here, uh, I'm looking at my journal and I abbreviated Wednesday, Wedness. Today is Wednesday. I haven't done my journal entry yet, but I did attend my job. Uh, it's very fulfilling to have something to put an effort into. I want to remind you all of this is always unscripted, off the top of my head. It's probably going to be really random. We'll go all over the place. I may not ever finish a single thought. Um, but I can tell you when I'm working, that is something that gives me a definite start and a finish. And is somebody telling me exactly what they want? I can say I usually do better when I'm given very specific instructions, like I'm a 2-year old, but not like not condescending, like, you know, until the point where I can get it. Right? Like if you're a particular person, do not be afraid to tell me how particular your ass is. I'm not worried about it. I want to get it right. Um, I do have a hard time with the wishy-washy people, which is why I voted for who I voted for as far as the mayor. Uh, so I just want to put that out there. That's something I feel is very important. But I do also want to say that the best thing is the ability to change your mind after finding new information. So I don't necessarily see it as that bad of a thing, but it is definitely, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. We'll see. We'll see. Um, so that's just my 2 cents on that. Apparently, I heard that they found some burned ballots, and of course, that shit's a setup. Let's just hope that people do their best to play by the rules and things that's all you can do. Play by the rules. Like, okay, let's say I used to play roller derby. They have this thing called the penalty box. Mind you, penalty box, you don't want to go there. Several reasons, right? I don't know how often the one that where I skated was cleaned. But it's definitely a place where, like, imagine you're skating and you're skating, it's hot coochie sweat, and then it's a bunch of girls gotta go sit in there. So that would be pretty nasty, right? Like you don't want to go sit there. You're gonna try your best to not have a hot coochie on the penalty box. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. I understood before. I don't sit down on the bus because imagine you're wearing like some light fabric and the person before you had scabies. And then it goes through, and now you got it look like I don't know what, and you just itching, and you don't know what it is. Um, because like your body fluid is very easy, like contact transfer. So you don't want to go to the penalty box. So you play by the rules because you don't want to go to the penalty box. And what will send you to the penalty box? Doing illegal shit. Doing shit nobody wants to fucking play with your ass. That's why they made that little spot for you to go sit your dirty ass at. Right? So I don't know what the penalty box is for like the street. What is the penalty box for the street? Um what am I the point I'm getting to? Hi and why. I'm going to tell you two things. Hello. I would like to say hello. I will introduce myself because I don't think I do that. I do say hi, as I don't like saying bye. I hope to see you again. I very seldom use the word hope because I think that hope is kind of empty. It's like it lacks motivation. Uh, you want to do the hope with effort. So I don't know what that is. I can't. I got to think of a better word than hope. Hi. You see, I like that. Um, I like saying hi to people and making sure that you have a better day after you meet me is one of my favorite things. Unless I know you're whack. That's the weird thing that this has done to me. Whereas before I used to just be light to everybody, nice, like when I walked in, I'm sure this lady got so annoyed at me saying hello, but it's really I'm walking in on that energy. And I said, "Good morning." And she's like, "Ugh," as soon as I said it. I remember her working with somebody like that every day. Um, so I just want to say things I've noticed that are different. And I don't know. Uh, I could just say I'm happy. And it's been a while since I've been able to say that in a workplace. Like, uh, I still have to go and see people and talk to people and be social. I do not feel the same energies, and that's all that I can say. Um, I don't know. It was a very long time that I've been made out to seem crazy, with all of these things that have been going on. But I have maintained a sense of reality, and I still understand what a good idea of what any reasonable person would do is. Um, I am eccentric, is what I will add to that. I will not defend myself anymore. I will no longer defend myself. I don't have a reason. I don't have stories to tell you. I probably will get into some kind of story somewhere. But I understand that there's a lot of people out there looking for um like false admissions, forced admissions. Like through so much repetitive stuff, people get you to try to identify um to it is I can accept people and situations, and I know that I don't have to take it personally. Whereas previously, everything was intended for me to take it personally, and I did my best not to, which is why it turned into like psychotic, mental, control seeking forces surrounding me while I'm still very actively maintaining a job better than people out there who are more qualified than me. So, what I will say is unemployment is not real. People are unemployed by choice. People are unemployed because they're lazy. People are unemployed because they don't know how to ask for help. I thought I didn't know how to ask for help. Um, I think maybe what they did with the benefits was right, but a lot of people got fucked up. They fucked it up. So you guys out there fucked the food benefits up for a lot of people who really depended on it. You have more people who do not need that shit or are fucking shit up to meet qualifications, fraud, whatever you want to call it, in order to get California fresh, right? Because it's offered to everybody. I don't qualify because I make more than what they think that the thing is. So before, when I first went on unemployment, I did not qualify for it. So I was making what? Unemployment pays you a quarter or a fifth of what you make really. So I had to live off of that and still eat. And they said because I previously made this amount of money, which does not have shit to do with how much money is in my bank account. because I previously made an amount of money, I was not qualified to get California Fresh for like I don't know how long. But I would hope to have a job by the time I would qualify. So basically, they starve your ass. Like they don't give you any options. You're gonna if you don't have friends, if you don't have family, if you don't have anybody to go to for food, if you're say you're not a social person, say you want to be a mute person, say you are actually handicapped mute, say that you do not want to talk to people by choice and you don't want to talk, right? Uh Sucks for you. You're gonna be hungry unless you figure that shit out how to dig through a trash can where the food bank is. See, I don't think so. It's not that bad because there's always an answer. So, bright side is there will be a way to get food. I can tell you places it's not even a food bank and it's good food, and you just go stand there and wait for them to close. You just got a more picky time about when you get to eat. Um, but you cannot survive once you lose a job. It is the system is designed for it all to go downhill from there. While telling you, did you go look for a job today after your mental breakdown? Um, Before or after either one, but you gotta go get out there, bitch. Right? So for me, it didn't take me more than 2 weeks. I don't think ever longer than a month. Right? If it was a month, it was like by choice. 4 of the weeks, maybe by choice. Uh, so right, like just like all right, here we go. Oh, it doesn't start now? Okay, well, now I got a little vacation. Now I got a little vacation. I have to pay for it, but it's whatever. Oh, shit. Your paycheck was too much. Now they're not going to pay you yet. So an extra week on it. Okay, finally. Okay, great. Um, it's not designed for people to become unemployed. So to go from being able to make a gainful income to being gaslit into thinking that you are not skilled uh is beyond me. There are people out here in this world really literally quite literally getting a free ride. um I don't have to talk about them anymore because right, like it doesn't do them any good, it doesn't do me any good to continue to talk about it, but that's what you guys want me to do. That's what all the pushing is this electronic V2K voice keeps telling me we're going to sue your ass. We're going to sue your ass, and I'm like, "What are you going to sue me for? You're going to sue me for the motherfucking fidget spinner I got and the little squishy things and some fucking fountain pens. What are you going to sue me for? I do not own anything. What are you going to sue me for?" So that doesn't work on me. That doesn't work on me. Um when you This would have worked. Your MK Ultra like tactics would have worked had I been a criminal. When I decided not to get the Nike 720s, the burgundy Nike 720s, was the decision I made to not do foul shit. So there's no reason for you guys to follow me around. Like, wash that shit out. Consider this entertainment. It's not uh it's not an issue for me. It's not an issue for me because I do know who I owe money, right? It's okay. Uh MindPath can go ahead and send me another $50 bill for a doctor's visit I never got to go to, a telehealth visit that I never attended. They could send me another bill. It's not going to get $50 out of my bank. So we got to go through all of this, and that's fine. This costs you more than $50 to do. Um, which is another reason why you will not, like, we could do this all day. You've cost me more than $50. You've cost yourself more than $50. Uh, the people that, like, I don't need to get this goes into me, like, I said I'm not gonna do this shit. Um, when you do illegal things, you cannot expect the law to protect you. I expect the law to protect me because I'm not doing anything illegal. That's why. Have the law come here. I want to tell you, I want to keep telling you all these things. Like, somebody was talking about something about the president on a phone line in my name that was courtesy gifted to my brother. He used that to use a Facebook account, Instagram account, whatever, to harass the motherfucking president of the United States. That's crazy to me. And then right now, this is giving up. This is my truth. It's a trauma. It is a fucking trauma because this my brother thinks he's just gonna skate it out, ride it out, have a good life. Uh and he is still in fact a criminal. A very big criminal who thinks that this network is gonna be how he survives until the end of time. Right now, my brother is barnacling at my mom's house as a 45-year-old man, and they're trying to give me a hard time because if they don't, then it makes him a failure and I am a success. Mind your fucking business. It doesn't matter. Maybe he needed to go to a special education class. Maybe their motivation is because if they don't make me look crazy, it makes my mom look like she did a bad job raising her children. That's the motive and intention that I see behind it. So if my mom has any part to do with it, it would be because if she doesn't make me look crazy, it means that she didn't do the best job with us. And she will fucking fight me on that one. She did an excellent job raising us, but there are things that I think I have to break a generational curse for. Uh so I don't want to hurt people, which is why there's nothing I am afraid of. I'm not afraid because my intention is and has never been to hurt people. People get hurt because I've realized and can clearly see what they're doing to me, and they don't like how I respond to it. It was responding then. I was responding before, and you guys turned it into something where I had to react. That is it. That is the ghosting, the fake friends, the it goes back whether it is like really organized or if it is just personalities and feelings of people who believe they are better than, that's what it goes back to. There are situations where it's very clear and it's taboo to talk about it because of how many people around us have those same feelings and don't know how to express it. I would much rather sit next to someone who could tell me I cannot stand black people than somebody who has those feelings secret inside. If you tell me, at least I know, and I'm going to make sure I'm not out here doing shit to annoy you. Right? Like, if you said that to me, I'll be like, all right, you can't stand black people. I'm going to do my best to show you how you're more black than anybody I know. Right? Like, when you talk about black, like, we're talking about the N word black, right? Like, that's who they want to call me. That's what they want to say. So The N word does not, in my new dictionary, have anything to do with the color of your skin. The N word is a profile type. The N word is uh you want to use it that way. You're not using the word correctly when you just use it and apply it to someone's skin color. And it's a ER is a very specific one when it's said with hate. Um so I I love brown people. Like, listen, I can't even share this stuff because I don't want to talk about it because it's too good. Like on some real shit. You see, I don't know. I don't know if this is fake. That's why I don't want to talk about it. It's unreal. It's unreal. The night and day difference this shit fucking makes. I think people who played this little funny game at uh the places I used to work at, right? Because that's where I spend my day, right? I'm at work 8 hours a day and I got to commute with all the weirdos on the bus and I got to go outside. And so when I used to work at these other places, the energies from these people, whether it's 1 or 10 or 15 or 20, it spreads like a wildfire. And you can tell that it's rumors. It's rumors because people start asking you prying questions. They'll ask you prying questions. They're fake friendly, trying to get close, but then they use that time that you spend with them to harass you into like it's the gaslighting, it's the keywording. Um, but I realized that it's projections and the the atmosphere, depending on where you go and who you place yourself around, changes when you encounter happy people. Um, and that's the like the I want to say the definition of a hostile workplace or a hostile living place. Hostile living place, like right? I feel like I have been able to be in the presence of normal people, right? So it is very clear to me to see that what I'm experiencing as far as in my apartment building and at my former employers was a hostile workplace and a hostile living environment. Which is why, as you may watch my YouTube over the past couple of years or whatever, 4 years at least, uh, you can see what it does to a person. I don't even think my voice has been able to get to this tone in about 4 years. It's a cortisol, it's a stress, and they haven't stopped yet. I just stopped caring. So MK Ultra, psychotherapy, whatever it is, um, any person has the ability to turn into an angry Hulk smash if they spray the shit that they're spraying in my apartment around you. Like, not in my apartment, in the building, in the hallways. It is an agent that is designed to induce emotions of anger. right? Continuously, the tenants in this building have to get um exterminated, right? I use lemongrass. I have not had a roach problem in 11 years. And when I see one of them come in here, it's normally after I hear upstairs doing La Cucaracha for a while. And uh after I smell a little stinky smell, it's a little stinky, either a spray bomb or whatever. I think for the longest, somebody in the immediate area around me, and if you know, you know, was using one of those stinky bombs for a while. And continuously they try to push these little buggos in my house. I don't know if that's their true intention, but it's what transpired. And continuously, nature wins. Nature wins because I leave my trash now. I used to take it out daily because there was a trash can and the trash service came really quick. And I don't, every day when I left for work, I would take a little trash bag out with me. But things change, life changes, and I now, in order to make sure that I'm not the problem of the things, I leave the trash in the trash can for like a week. For like a week. Because if I was the problem, I could not do that, right? So, please collect all your buddies. Collect them. Collect them and get away from me. This so weird. This is the weirdest conspiracy I've ever been aware of. Uh, and I've told you again and again, I know what's happened to other people who talk about you, nor I don't care. I don't care. I'm eating an apple pie right now. And the only reason I chose apple pie is because it has fewer ingredients than this other shit that you guys are eating. So, I don't know. Just read the ingredients. Live your life. That's the message God wants me to give to you. Don't use fucking funny ass drugs. If it was grown in the earth, in the ground, and you grew it, especially if you grew it, uh, smoke weed. If not, probably leave that shit alone because, like, I have smoked the government approved weed and it has a taste that I don't want to taste in it. So I already know if it's something, if the government takes over weed and approves it and has becomes like mandated or regulated or whatever you want to call it, um that would be a good reason to quit smoking weed. So if that's what they're gonna do, go on ahead and quit smoking that shit. That's like it turns it into a cigarette basically at that point. um so there's that. uh if there's people out there who are following me wondering how I'm so happy, how I can live so freely, how I can live so honestly, you're not going to get it through like creating conversations that make you think that I identify with you. Most of the time, I have a sorrow for your story, especially when it may not be true. And you're just trying to get me to be like, oh, that happens to me too. It doesn't happen to me too because I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research, and that's how I don't have like a lot of issues and I don't have to talk about all this bad weirdo shit. I'm not going to identify with you over that shit. I don't need to tell your secrets because that's what you wanted me to do, it's not even really your secret. You're making shit up because you know what the effect of this is. So, um, the so Mhm. Mhm. Oh, I think that they want me to talk about Bill Blast. When I worked at this one place, I was able to use that software to identify an employee who did not do shit. It was very easy. Whether or not they transferred matters in and out, and that's what they wanted me to talk about, I think it was very strange to see that, like, nepotism type white male, same position as me, same title, had only done $100,000 worth of work. And it didn't even get paid, right? Like, it was open, outstanding. While meanwhile, you have a black man in another state who processed double, twice what I did, and I know I worked hard. I worked as hard as they paid me to work. So I had to tell him, if you're not getting at least this much money, right? I'm sure he was, but I told him, if you're not getting at least like 140,000, 150,000, you got to go find another job. Is how good he works, right? Like, you tell valuable people that they're valuable when you realize it. I don't know if their managers even had the ability to use the data and the specifics, the software, whatever statistics is what I wanted to say, but I don't have teeth. Um, if the managers were able to use the statistics to see who their most valuable employees were, but I could tell you who the most valuable one was and the least valuable. And then a lady that should have found a job a long time ago because she made everybody else's day shit. Um, I could tell you all of that with the billing software. So it was a great software. I loved it. And I didn't have to tell you. I just used it at that time. I only used it for my own personal knowledge and for covering my ass because I could see the setup from a mile away. So I did take my time, and I'm going to reveal to you, you don't even have to request discovery. I probably could show you the actual evidence that I have, but I did print it out. I printed it out and I got it somewhere not too far away from me. So, uh, in case somebody wanted to represent me legally, I do have shit, you know, that could prove things or at least make them look worse than ever. But that's not what I'm going for. I'm not going for worse than ever. It has to be a big score, big win all the way home. Otherwise, I don't even care. It's not worth it. I am doing things for the principle, and I think about it as much as I don't care about money. I would like to have the ability to change people's lives. I am interested in philanthropy. So I don't care about money, but I know people need it. And that's what I would do if I were to ever have an opportunity to change lives, is what I see it. That's what I see money as. That's what I see money as. Is opportunity to change lives. Why would you want people around you to be broke? You want to put yourself in a place where anything you do and you're around people who are the same kind of mind brings other people up. So maybe that's God's reason why he put me here. He said, there's too much of that funny shit over there. I know that your feet are so big, you're not going to go anywhere. I'm going to put you right here. And then you can make sure it doesn't get too out of hand over there. Because there's still families over here. It's still little kids growing up. We cannot have motherfucking devils on the street corners right here. I know it's a popular place and you're going to have to deal with me. Um, so I don't want to make it my job, but I do want to protect the children because I'm still a kid. I'm playing with a little thingy right now, a little sneaky toy. Hear that? Hear that? So protect the kiddos. I'm in a good place. Um, they had the fucking if you want to hear my feelings about what you guys did the other day, I think it's silly. They had the LAPD come over here, and I don't know how much of it is real. I don't know how much of it is fucking street theater or whatever you want to call it. Um, but they had the LAPD come in here on some weirdo actor shit. Like, do you think I believe any of that? Do you know I saw a dead man on the sidewalk? I saw a dead man on the sidewalk and I watched people walk past him. I don't care about a fucking somebody stupid running in here doing stupid shit. He's gonna come in here and he's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I came to the wrong place. What are you gonna do in here? I got a whole lot of things that make a lot of noise. Like, this the wrong apartment to come through. Aside from myself making a lot of fucking noise. Like, why would you ever? No. And then you can hear both doors in the building open. You can hear all the shit open. You can hear everything in the hallway. So you have two dummies running here, guns drawn, to my motherfucking door. Bunch of dummies. And then they seen I got a sign that say anti-gang stalking gang stalkers club on my shit. Confirmation, if that's what you needed, is my shit, bitch. And the look on their faces, watch the video, watch the look on their face go from like, oh, we're gonna stomp the door in, to, oh my gosh, it's already open, to, we can't stomp it in now. Oh, look at the sign that she hung up there and it's so big. Good thing you got it on your body cam. So when you go to release that video or give it to whoever is requesting it, can I file a FISA on that? Can I get like the whatever the information request to see who gets access to that video? Because that's how I think I could catch you dumb fuckers. Right? So if I want to say I want to mark that specific clip of video for that period of time, and anybody who makes a inquiry regarding that shit, I want to know who they are. Can I do that? You already leaked it. If it's okay if you leaked it or whatever, but if somebody makes an actual official inquiry, I want to know. Because I'm going to. You guys got me all fucked up in the motherfucking shit. I've been in the criminal court system when I was a kid, and I didn't have a care in the world about what the fuck happened because I was a kid. Isn't my mom supposed to care about that? And then they made me a ward of the state. And then they probably do this to other kids who just get away with it. I could probably give you the names of some people who would have been a better choice for you. Right? I got the names of some people who came back to my high school with me. Um who like probably would have stayed at that school if they didn't realize what I was doing. Right? I was pulling myself up on the ladder. I guess that's why they put ladders and shit outside my window. I pulled myself up on the ladder and took myself out of being a statistic by returning to a high school versus a continuation school. And you know who came with me? You know who followed me like little sheepies? And I'm so glad they did. They needed to. That's the whole point. That's the reason. We're not stupid over here. A whole bunch of white kids, okay? So let's get it right. Get it tight. Uh, I'm over here saving lives. So if you guys don't feel like you have equal opportunity, I gave you equal opportunity. Would you have stayed? I want to know honestly, would you have gone back to the regular school on your own, or would you have stayed there? Because I'm pretty sure they said nobody's ever done this before. No shit, because they're stupid. You got a bunch of idiots over here who don't want to get a good job. No, not really. It's just alternative education. It's alternative look, bacon shit. Alternative education. So some people cannot handle a regular classroom. Maybe because they're too smart. Maybe because they got a fucking learning disability. Um, maybe you shouldn't discount anybody you think is stupid because maybe you're the dumb one. So that's another thing I want to say, right? As I hover here between what is it? It's like frequencies, it's levels, it's ratings, it's whatever you call it, right? Cuz I'm amongst low vibrational people, things that make you low vibrational, and I'm doing my best not to have my energy drawn, right? So I got to burn my sage, I got to burn my palo santo, my eucalyptus, I got to use my essential oils to keep a balance. I'll go to wear my tiger's eye, my carnelian. I haven't worn carnelian yet. Watch out, bitch. If I put carnelian on, you better step back. Carnelian is so strong, I don't even want to wear it because it's too strong. So if I put on some carnelian, you're done, right? Like tiger's eye is enough for me to handle going out the house daily. I put on my little tiger's eye grounding earrings, and I'm going to tell you about it because maybe if you got yourself some too, you wouldn't have to do this shit to me. Um, Right now I'm playing with it. This right here, what I'm playing with, what you hear, your ASMR. You hear that? This is a gemstone jewelry necklace I made with crystal quartz, citrine. This is not carnelian. Is this carnelian? This might be a carnelian. Oh no, carnelian, not garnet. It's garnet. Garnet is the one you don't want me to wear. Garnet is the one that's like back, bitch, back. Let me put on a garnet. I got little garnet chips. Um, I'm probably gonna make a necklace or something with that. I have some stuff with little garnet chips on it. But the garnet, if you don't know about crystals, garnet is going to reflect all your shit that you're trying to do to me back onto you. Garnet will teach you a lesson. You guys are trying to teach me a lesson. Let me wear some garnet. That is like me going to war. That's my big weapon. So I don't even feel the need to fight back against you because I'm wearing Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is grounding. I don't have to battle you. You're in a battle of your own by yourself, on your own. I maybe don't look as funky spiritual as I should. Maybe because I'm still wearing polyester, I guess. I don't look maybe like the person that's selling sage, but that is me. It's still some things I got to clear up, I guess, in my life. But my food is good. My spirit is good. My animal presence is good, right? There was I'll tell you about a day yesterday. I took a break on my way home so the stalkers could get some pictures of me looking funny because I do not mind. They think it helps with them with their narrative. I say it helps them look like they're part of a conspiracy. The more and more photos they get, post, create, try to make it look like it's me, things that they do only implicates them in an organized crime, and I don't know how many of them know how many things they could be charged for, especially when they're documenting it themselves. It seems like the stupidest thing anybody could ever fucking possibly do. They assume that they're protected by a NDA, but they're so dumb they don't know what that means. An NDA, NDA is an agreement for you not to discuss. Non-disclosure means don't talk about this shit. It doesn't protect you from law enforcement, especially if it's an illegal NDA. So you just walk around thinking, I could do what I want as long as I don't say anything. You're a fucking idiot. That's not what it is. That means that that motherfucker can sue your ass if you talk about any of the shit that you talked about with them. does not protect you in any sort of fucking way from legal action against you. So if you understand what that is, you'll stop playing your dumb fucking game. Read a contract. NDA. Are y'all so protected? Uh the other reason people would be protected is for shit I don't care to talk about because they always are like, don't talk about them. So I won't. Right. And so if it's not what I think it is, it's worse. So isn't that funny? And then it just keeps getting worser and worser for people. They keep making their own shit worser. Because they think they could push people to the edge of like doing illegal shit and that will cause them to gain a windfall of fucking money when they sue them and eliminate them and peon them and take their business and all their, what did he say? Uh seize his assets and send him back to where he came from. When they do all of that shit that they think they're gonna do to people. I came from America. I was born in America. So wherever I'm getting, it's right fucking here. I'm getting sent back here, bitch. What you gonna? You're gonna seize my assets? I came in this apartment with a motherfucking folding chair, a motherfucking folding chair, as a victim of a molestation by my sister's boyfriend, and I'm able to speak about factual things till the day I die. So it's really interesting. It gets more interesting than you'll ever know. Uh, when you realize that if it's the thing I don't want it to be, that I don't think it is, that I don't want to have to talk about, and it's maybe why they didn't spray their little stinky dookie spray today, and maybe why the way that they're doing their new things against me, trying to mentally damage me, are going. Maybe the new way things are going, is what's making me do this video. I have no problem because I cherish every day. So if I were to walk out the door and it be my last, if somebody were to come in my door and it be my last, I'll be okay with it. Um, I always want everyone to know that I think that that whole self-elimination shit, that's coward. And the reason I'm honest is so that I don't have to walk with guilt or shame or anything that makes it so I get to that point. So, all right, keeping secrets. The reason is no secrets. Victims of abuse usually don't have secrets. If you're gonna meet a victim of abuse, they're either gonna have like a pathological lying problem, or they they won't keep secrets. They're not gonna keep secrets because secrets didn't keep them safe. So secrets secrets don't keep people safe. If somebody around you, this is a PSA now. Maybe I'll release a highlight on this. Secrets don't keep people safe. If somebody's having you keep secrets for them, get away from them. What they're doing by having you hold their secret is they're relieving themselves from the stress and pressure of holding on to that shit, and they're putting that burden onto you and some, because now you're holding their secret. It's not even your own secret. So if you have someone who likes to with the get the fuck away from them. That's how people end up getting abused. It's the secrets, secret relationships, secret anything. If you can't openly talk to somebody about some shit that they're asking you about, you don't have any business talking to that person. White lies included. White lies included, because if they don't call you out on it, it turns into more than a white lie. Right? Like if they don't already know, that's gaslighting. That's the beginning of gaslighting. So, things we don't do over here, we don't make excuses. We don't make excuses. That's lying. That's padding shit. What? Get to the fucking point. Spit it out. Today, Junior. Let us decide. I like I like everything the way everything is going right now. If the shit in the news is performative, which some of it I don't think it is, I'm happy with it. Um, it is ego. Ego is getting people arrested, and it's about fucking time. Ego is making people look dumber than they could ever imagine, and they gotta like stop and wait and take a fucking second and look in the mirror and be like, "Oh my god, I look so goofy." I have ego too. That's what this loud talking and boisterous fucking shit is. But I think I got here by God, like really, because um the way that this has been done to me, and it, again, I don't want people to be like, "Oh my gosh, victim mentality, fucking get over it." I'm not. It's not victim mentality. I'm not always a victim. I understand what I've done in the past. That's why I say karma, because that implies that I understand some of this is deserved. Um, so rightly so, to a point, is whatever. But at what point does the debt get canceled? Now I believe I've repaid my debts and my dues, and anybody who doesn't think so, who is rightfully owed from me, who still feels damaged or incomplete, if you cannot address it properly to the point, like you get a reminder statement from somebody that you owe money, right? If you cannot send me a actual physical line item itemized, like how the fucking government wants your shit, I want to see exactly what this debt is that you're asking me to repay. If you can't do that shit, this is over. Cancel that shit. Um, so that's all that I think is necessary to say. Um, I'm definitely not the same person that I was when I was hanging out, and I can't even say that is. I am the same parts me that have always been me, but my decisions are no longer influenced by outside forces. So I'm not the same person that I was when I was hanging out with the group of people I was hanging out with back then. Right? Like today, I heard a story. Somebody's telling a story. I think it had something to do with like smoking cigarettes or whatever. And it reminded me of back at school getting caught smoking cigarettes at the football game in my cheerleader outfit. Just like, who was I hanging out with then? Right? My my mom should have had a motherfucking baby leash on my ass. But it's not my mom's fault because she doesn't believe in that shit. She's parents Most people don't believe in it and they don't know. It would take somebody really caring, not to say my mom's not caring, but it would take somebody really attentive to psychology, because my mom does numbers and money. She's not so much into the psychology of things, right? To know, like, that girl, she got a problem from the start. But I am of the thinking that problems are created. So if I was born as a baby with 10 fingers and 10 toes who cried and fucking, I think that I should develop at what they consider an average rate. But the funny thing is, who controls, is it the CDC that determines what the average progress is for an infant to a kid to a whatever? Some one of those organizations, and they tell you, "Oh, it's okay if your kid doesn't know how to read yet. It's okay if they're not walking." You know why? Because America's got a sick pedophile problem. America's got a really sick pedophile problem. It's okay if your kid can't walk. It's okay if they're underdeveloped. That's how we want them because we just want to fucking experiment on them and shit. This is a good video today. It's beyond conspiracy theories. Once everybody stops saying MK Ultra was a conspiracy and starts calling it what it was, what it is, it still is. Uh right. This is the best fucking my brain, okay? If you want to know what's going on in my head in case you were wondering. My brain is telling me you went through all of this shit that is in fact related to whatever program it is that went down in that year related to, because it has to be because of the size of the network. It's not like multiple, there are multiple networks, but what I mean is there's not like, I guess we're going to start talking about parallel universes now and shit. But uh and I don't want to talk about that shit. That shit's putting it too far out there. That shit's making it too crazy. I want to stay right here. That's is beyond the outer space. Outer space has been here forever then. And we're just now getting to the point where they're trying to walk the earth. They're trying to walk the earth as if they're us, and they're trying to see if we'll be able to tell. And I am a test subject who's very much able to tell. And that sounds goo goo gaga catty booty bullshit. But when I think about the things going on around me, when I think about the other people, they're actors though. Some of them is motherfucking actors for this shit. This is designed to get me to talk about this. This is like forced psychic medium through they're trying to see if eventually the public will realize what it is that they're doing to people. So they have plants in place that are designed to look as if they are people who are like me, but they're not. They are people who will try to guide you into buying some more bullshit. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Uh you cannot you cannot believe everything that you're hearing wholeheartedly without fact checking. So like as I'm hearing these people tell me about these things, um at the same time ignorance is bliss, because the more you open your mind up to, the more possibilities you understand are possible, which is the reason why I am where I'm at today, why we're here right now, is because I believe that anything is possible. So here we go. I believe anything is possible. I believe if I'm using the wrong browser, I'm going to miss the button I need to submit the thingy I need to submit. So you just got to send them a little screenshot. They'll be like, this is what I see. And that's how you communicate in this modern world of technology. Come here, little doo doo. How long did it take her to do that shit? In an hour. In an hour. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, the chair she's sitting in just looks uncomfortable. No, she's uncomfortable. She don't want to do that job. So my first impression of her was right. So that means that the shit that I'm reading is the truth and it's not part of a fucking setup. So I think a lot of people negotiated it because they were tapped and they explained. Oh my gosh. You'll understand that only if you understand that. I have to remind myself not to get too far into things. Life is grand. And between the YouTube programming, they say. So YouTube has an algorithm and they control you. YouTube controls you, which is so funny why I still watch it because YouTube selects what videos you see next. So if you're not actively participating in your enrichment, YouTube is going to just flow stuff along to you. Some of it may be in your algorithm, some of it may be some stuff they want you to see. I don't know if they have control over it like that. That would be interesting to find out. Like if they could set a route for somebody or like do things like S banning and stuff. Cause like sometimes I'll have like 20 people who see my shit and then sometimes it's like zero. But they come back and they go 20, 100. I don't know if I ever got to 100. Maybe like 101 viewing complete from start to finish if 100 people seen it. But is that one of my goals? No, I don't give a fuck about this bullshit. I only come on here because I have to express certain things that I think should be around forever. I have to express certain experiences. This is like these are my encyclopedia entries, I guess you could say. This is my Wikipedia, but Wikipedia, do they have a Wikipedia? Where I could just go on and talk about things that are real and factual only. I don't do the sci-fi shit. I cannot. It's not. I don't like it. I watched it when I was younger. I used to enjoy it a lot. But it's too far, and maybe not so much anymore. Maybe that's why we are where we are right now. Like I used to watch a lot of Quantum Leap. I used to watch a lot of Star Trek. Believe it or not, Quantum Leap, Star Trek. I watched just about everything, and then I got tired of TV. I don't want to watch it anymore. Uh, and that's the other thing. I'm not impressionable mind. I don't sit and watch TV. I'll watch a YouTube on something I picked up or whatever Goulet Pens has to show me. That's what's in my algorithm right now. Is every time I go to sleep, I wake up to Brian Goulet talking about fountain pens, and I love it because I believe we have the same personality. Um, Whereas it's like a mix. I think that of myself as a mix between Drew and Brian, and they're both on the spectrum. If you don't know, guys, now you know you're both on the spectrum. And everybody's on the spectrum, but you guys are on the spectrum in the same way that I am. You're like in the same area. We're hanging out together. Uh and I wonder if it's like that for all pen people. Like if your ass gonna buy a pen like this, would you we would on the playground, we'd be sitting right next to each other, you know? Like, look at my pen. Right? It is the same. You guys have a great show, and I want to know the Chiefs man why Drew doesn't work for Brian anymore. Is he coming back? What happened? Is that a sensitive subject? I want to know because I watch all these videos of you guys together, and now he's not there anymore, and I want to know what happened because that's when it becomes court of opinion, and then people start being like, ew, I don't know. Maybe you guys both have the same story and you said we split ways amicably. I needed more money, whatever. But I want to know. The people want to know. And I feel like that's how my life is right now. There's a bunch of people around me who are like, we want to know. The people want to know. And then there's like a whole group of people within all of these people who want to know that's trying to make me look like a jackass. And I tell you, I could make myself look like a jackass on my own. I don't need your help. So, right? Like I did that when I lost my cat, and there's some guy trying to get in the building, and my ass is like, nobody in the building. And I slammed the door in his face, and that's the guy who found my fucking cat. Right? And then I felt stupid because I'm like, well, I could have been nicer. I don't know. I didn't have to be so bitchy. But I was pissed off because I lost my cat. But I found her because God and the universe. And God said, if this bitch doesn't have this cat, we're in trouble. So, because God, a little stinky dinky. So, if you want to tell stories that are like trying to make me identify, I don't know anything that you're talking about. That's not my life. Um, Trauma bonding's real. That's not what I'm trying to do. Is it? A little bit. A little bit of me. Once I read about like ways to trap a man, um trauma bonding is a way to keep a person around you. So I think there's a point in my life where I started sharing all these random ass fucking secrets about myself, hoping I would find somebody who also was like, me too. Oh my gosh, besties. And now, because I've done it for so long, it's not what I'm not trying to trauma bond. That's just me now. Right? That's talking about poops and farts and shit. Like, I'm making sure the people around me can talk about those things because they happen. Part of me, that's because of realism. Like, are you realist? Really? You really don't fart? You really don't take a shit? You really just have all that talk? You just really keep eating shit and it comes out in your little pee pee? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, females, they fart and they shit. Females fart and shit. Females fart and shit and they get stinky as fuck sometimes. And you just got to deal with that as a man. And once you realize that, you could deal with it. And like, bitch, get out my face if you come around here on some fucking females don't fart or shit. We don't have to talk about it. But some of us are going to start talking about it now because you guys are out there thinking that that shit doesn't happen. Because there's girls who let you think that that shit doesn't happen. Like, that's crazy. Same girls that's in denial that they caught motherfucking head lice. Uh, but we don't have to go there. Right. And then I have to put this out there because I have a feeling a lot of this has stuff to do with that. Because where else do you find three people who had head lice? You tell them about it. You tell them, like, hey, you got these bugs in your hair. And it's not just bugs, it's eggs too. Three people. It's all friends. They're all friends. I don't have it. I checked myself multiple times. I even did the shampoo on myself just to be safe. And come to the last one, I had to tell, like, girl, you got it. And she said, no, I don't. I said, you got it for sure because here's a little baggie of, I'm going to give this to you since you want to be in denial so bad. Take your fucking lice bugs and these eggs. And that's the last time I saw her because she was in denial about having head lice. Same bitch who don't fucking fart or poop or shit or nothing. And that's not a healthy person for me to be around. I don't care how many friends you got. That's like a weird personality trait. I don't need to be around that. And if you think I'm wrong for disliking a very likable person after I realize some things about them, so be it. I don't have to be around that person. That same person screamed, ham sandwich at me from the window of her Volvo, right? So, ham sandwich, easy. Anybody can indict a ham sandwich, right? That's what that shit was. So, that lets me know this goes back to motherfucking high school. That's all she was trying to let me know. So they got me on somewhere, some list somewhere as a ham sandwich. So that's why I had to tell you the story about this bitch who's in denial. If she could lie to herself about poop shitty farting, I wonder what else she could lie about. So please stay far as fuck away from me, girl. I don't care how big your network is. If everybody in your network's lying like that to themselves, you guys will not ever have no reasons to fuck with me. Right? Go on and make up your own shit in your own head that's going on because that's what you're doing anyway. So I feel much better. I almost feel 100% healed after that. Financially though, if I could go after all of you, I want to get it all. So financially, I'm still at a 10 for motherfucking pain and suffering because I still got to come on to YouTube and talk about this shit because I cannot go to a therapist because UCLA set me up with the wrong one. I paid $300 for that, $600 for that or something. Use that to pay for some other shit, right? I asked for a refund and the lady never called me back after that. So you're gonna have to work that out with the front office. Do 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 do. Oh, you're lucky. I don't care. I would rather not. You know why? Because if I were to get a diagnosis for autism and ADHD before you guys completed what you think it is that you're gonna do to me, um, it would make everybody feel like they're awful people, I think. But I think you're slowly starting to realize you guys are fucking stupid too. Like it's a spectrum. I'll be right back. It's a spectrum. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, this fun. This fun still. I wonder what I'm gonna put in my journal for today. You want to do a journal entry with me? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I had to eat today. Since you're so nosy, I had apple pie for breakfast. Kind of ate it more for lunchy dinner. I had a This is my second street taco inspired al pastor and pineapple pork stick. It was delicious. I don't want to eat too many of these though. My poop's super fibery. 4 grams sugar, 8 grams protein. Uh, and then I had an acai mango smoothie, mango lemonade smoothie. A lot of sugar, fruit sugar. So what am I gonna eat for dinner? Probably should have some pasta or some shit. Maybe tuna salad sandwich. I don't know. Nothing fancy. No lobster tonight. Gotta go on a walk in a little bit. We'll see how funky the hallway gets. Oh, so what I want to say about the hallway today, hallway, when I started work, uh, person came out right as I was starting work, right? Like they know me so well, they know what time I start work at. When they were early though, because I started work late. So they didn't make me late. I was just making my coffee so I could sit down and not have to go make my coffee before I started work. And then they came back home at what would have been my finish time, but I worked a little bit later. So it is possible that that is just their regular work day. Very possible. Um, but it differs a lot from what I'm used to or what it used to be. I wonder if this person got a new job. They definitely got a new schedule. Schedule before used to be like 12 p.m., go get a coffee, 4 p.m., go to the supposed jobby job, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., come home 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Sometimes early, got cut early. And then now it's like regular 9 to 5 working hours. I wonder what that is. So studious. So it's very nice to notice the pattern changes in people's activity. And I don't even write that shit down. That's just on memory. I could write it down though now, and then I would get all these other little points. I would get more accurate points that show, because it's been like every day this week at least that I've been working from home, that this, I don't know if it's this particular person, but it happens. Whereas previously the hallway used to be busy at random times of the day. Now it's very specifically people doing laundry at 8 a.m. And then lunchtime, they come and do their laundry right at lunchtime. And at the end of the day, it depends. If I open the door right now, probably within 5 minutes, you're going to hear or see somebody come through. So I still haven't decided on what time I'm going on my walk yet, because I feel like they deserve any anxiety that they get from waiting. Right? Because that's what they're trying to do to me. So this should explain to them what alchemy is. Uh, so make things predictable. The only way you're gonna get me predictable again is if I go back to team sports or something, where I gotta go to practice at a certain time, so you know how to have people be certain places and how to have certain people say certain things. Right? Because the only way that you can target and harass me is if you bring a group of harassers into a special interest of mine. Because I really, aside from my overshares on YouTube, I really only exchange pleasantries with people. And I barely do that. So you're not, is one of the hardest people you're gonna try to get your fucking investigators in on. Why do I have to talk to you? I don't. I don't, because I'm not trying to seek approval or anything. I'm not looking for that. I'm not approval seeking. Uh you can say that. I used to be. I used to be, because I used to care about all my views. I used to look and see, did anybody look at my shit yet? Anybody look at my shit? Did you look at how many views? How many views? How many views? And that's the loop that my head used to be stuck on. And that's, I think, where a lot of you guys are at, as far as the people who are following me. How many views did I get? Did it go viral? Did it go viral? Where's my YouTube check? How many views it get? Did it go viral? Did it go viral? Where's my YouTube check? How many views it get? And that's a sickness. That's a sickness. Did it go viral? Did it go viral? Where's my YouTube check? How many views it get? Did it go viral? Did it go viral? So, as much as you say all the people in the world are making fun of me, I'm laughing at them. I'm laughing at them.